New day, new camera angle. We'll see how it turns out. So, yesterday I got this in the mail. Super Saiyan, Super Sentai. Not my favorite mecha. It's gold colored. It's a novelty. Novelty. Novelty? Novelty. And, yeah, whatever, it's nice. Ironically, this, people were actually making the comments yesterday as the comments were flowing in. They're like, oh my god, the joints are so tight on it. Oh my gosh, gold plastic syndrome. Well, yeah, the joints actually are tighter, and you can hear them creaking. But, I don't have gold plastic syndrome. Now, granted, here it is 24 hours later, so, fair enough. But, no gold plastic syndrome yet. Hasn't happened yet. Give it time. Give it time. But, I'm not disappointed. Expensive, but not disappointed. But, yeah, there it is. What more can I say on the matter? So, today, by chance, I accompanied my dad to the VA hospital in Seattle, Washington, because I figured I might hitch a ride to, since I don't have my own car. I mean, do you know how expensive gas is, and insurance, and car payments, and blah, 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 blah. So, I mooched a ride out of him. Can you mooch a ride? I mooched a ride out of my dad. He knew it, I knew it, we went with it. And, hung out at the hospital for 2.5 hours while he got poked and prodded, and less said the better, yeah. And I was thinking maybe a stop at Walmart, see how the Combiner Wars are doing nowadays. Nowadays I can't find Combiner Wars. I can find Armada Megatron, but no thank you. So, maybe, well, I've been watching Star Wars Rebels, and I definitely want to get my hands on the Lego Ghost. That thing is cool. Like the shit, I'm probably going to lose about half my viewership right now when I say I'm not a big fan of the Millennium Falcon. Never have been. Even as a little kid, just not a fan of the Falcon. Why is the cockpit off center? What goes in what goes between the mandibles? What goes in there? Even when I was little, just not a fan of the Falcon. Just don't care. The Ghost, cool. It's symmetrical, which helps. It's got lots of guns on it. The thing I never got in, was it episode 4? Yeah, was the windows are flat like this, but they're looking out through the windows like this, but the guns are pointed like this. So if they're looking up like this and the guns are pointed this direction, how come they can shoot in this direction? I never got that about episode 4. Or Luke, Luke is pointed downwards, the gun is pointed downwards, and yet on the model, the gun is facing a bunch of different directions. I don't get it. Fortunately, in episode 6, they remedied this by just having it shoot out of the mandibles. So, whatever. Not a big fan of the Falcon. I was more of X-Wing, B-Wing, Mon Calamari cruisers. Calamari? Something like that. So, but the Falcons, I didn't see what the big hubbub about. But the Ghost is cool. I think it's like $90 US. I'm definitely going to aim for that one, because it's got a bunch of hidden compartments in it, which is all well and good. And it's got loading ramps, and it's got, 4 different gun turrets on it, which is amazing, and it has, 2 spring-loaded missile launchers on it, which is crazy when it comes to Lego. So yeah, I'm definitely getting the Ghost. And then I'll also get the Phantom to go with it, which is obviously an homage to the Lambda-class shuttle Tidarium. Wouldn't mind getting that one again. I already have it, but wouldn't mind getting it again. because it actually has retractable landing gear this time. Yes. And a little ramp. Yes. I'm hoping they got rid of the rubber bands. I'm tired of Lego rubber band. Like the X-Wing fighter, every single X-Wing fighter they've ever made, except maybe the little ones that are about this big, all of them have used rubber bands in the joints, and that just bugs the shit out of me. The one X-Wing fighter I've got uses rubber band on either side, and they break so easily. Come on. But the Phantom, it's just a little shuttle Titanium. It's about this big, and it has another spring-loaded launcher, and it's got fold-up. Kind of reminds me of that white-colored space fighter from Starcom. What was it, the U.S. Space Forces or whatever it was? And yes, I did collect Starcom. They're buried. You'll have even less chance of seeing those compared to the the Defiant Space Launch Complex. So, yeah. But yeah, I want the Phantom and I want the Ghost. I want the Phantom because it has Chopper in it. Chopper is awesome. Like R2, like he just kind of whatever. But actually, I've mentioned this a couple of times. But I think I need to actually prove that I do have this. I actually do have this. Okay. I like it. Now, it's about a year old at this point. From when I got it, it's a year old. But, I'm pretty satisfied with it. No telescopes on it, though. There's just enough wiggle room in the little sensor eye here. You can turn it side to side. That's cute. Why am I promoting this? I don't know. And, this is kind of cool. Let's see, which side is this? You flip that open. And then you turn this. Let's see, I can't remember which way to turn it. And right there. And then it extends a little bit. Yay. And then you open this one. And you turn that. And you get a little buzz saw. Sweetness. Hey, simple little design, whatever. You know how my reviews go. I talk about stuff that, like, is not even about the unboxing, so, whatever. I recommend, I don't think it's Ultimate Collector Series. It's something else. But yeah, this goes all the way around. It's a friction joint. It's actually heavy. I mean, like, legitimately heavy. And then the big question is, does he go to tripod mode? And the answer is, yes, he does. Let's see, it's been a while since I've done this. Put them out like this. The only thing I could really... If I could say that I dislike anything on this figure, it's the locking mechanism for the third leg. I'm not thrilled with it. It doesn't lock quite as tightly as I would like. I mean, don't get me wrong. The mechanism inside was crazy how they did that. I'm always in awe of Lego design, or brick masters, whatever it is. But yeah, very satisfying. And all it is it's just this. You push it down, and you push it up, and it's friction only. And I don't like that much. There's no solid click. It's just kind of there. But yeah, there's a bit of wizardry involved here. Let's see, that's down, that's up. And then you just... Oh, the other thing, no wheels on the bottom. Boo. But other than that, it's pretty fucking sweet. You'd be surprised how many colors there actually are on the inside of this thing. I mean, there really are. There's like 8 or 9 different colors other than blue and gray and white. And a little bit of brown here and there. But yeah, if you're a huge fan of R2-D2, why did I bring this up? Oh yeah, I want Lego to make a big version of Chopper. With like arms coming out of his head or something like that, I like Chopper. He's an asshole, but you love him for it. So yeah, I want the Ghost and I want the Phantom and I want a big scale version of Chopper. That would be impressive. Yes, I got my Gundam on today. First store I went to was International Model and Toys. Didn't I already say that? In the International District in Seattle, Washington, downtown, just off of I-5, right next to, is that Safeco Field? I think the one with the big sliding roof, I think. Like, I think there's a baseball team that plays there. Maybe. No one cares. No one cared about him since the Kingdom. Anyways, so, yeah. So, yeah, I got my Gundam on. I've known about this store for a while now. I've purchased from them a couple of times. So, first off, I got myself another action base. Yes, I need an action base, specifically scaled for 1/100 scale. 1/100 seems to be the scale that I like, although, ironically, even though I've got several 1/100 scale kits, I haven't built any of them. But, you know, I got one of these, so yay. Just to cover my bases and considering the subject matter, I finally got myself a GP base. So I'm thrilled with that. I'm going to have to make a copy of the display thing on the inside, because here's the weird thing. It's just the one bag. Oh look, hey Prime, I'm doing an unboxing of a Gundam kit. See, here are the trees, and here's the bag it's in. And here's the box. And, oh look, it even comes with some instructions. Ooh. No, seriously, I'm going to have to make a copy of this for future reference, because I'm not going to cut it out of here. Color copy. Scan that right there. Sadly, I don't have a, what's it called? I don't have a GN Drive LED. They didn't have any at the store. They're probably old enough at this point they don't have them anymore. But, you know, whatever. Well, I got the GP base, because, well, actually, I've been panning to get my hands on this one since shortly before SDGO closed. Boy, I missed that game. But anyways, yeah, SD Full Armor Unicorn. Yes! I took the plunge, finally. Yeah, I could have gotten it online, but, like, I always try to make it a point when I go to International Model and Toys, to buy something from them, even if it's kind of small, you know. But small but detailed. I still want to get the master grade. I just, I guess I need some convincing or something. Like model kits don't scare me in the least. Like, I put a couple of together, and hey, I also build Lego once in a while. I mean, that R2-D2 took me 4.5 hours, maybe. My fingers were really sore, fingertips were really sore by the end. You have no idea. So model kits don't scare me. But, it's not just, like, I could build it, and, you know, it would look like that, but, you know, then it would look like that. It would look incomplete. I want to paint it. That's the thing that scares me. I want to paint these up. So, yeah. Fortunately for me, I chose a kit that you only need a little yellow, a little red, and some gray, and that's kind of it, because all the white parts are pretty much done for you. But, yeah, I got my Gundam on. Kind of happy about that. Why is it called full armor? It doesn't have any additional armor. It's just, maybe it's full armament? I don't know. But, you know, I'm not going to do an unboxing of this, because, well, I just did an unboxing of the GP base. So, you know, whatever. That's not why I made this video. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have made this video. You see, I didn't make a video when I got the SD Kasi Gundam from them. So, you know, whatever. That's not why I made this video. Here's why I made the video. This big thing here is one of the big regrets of my collection. My entire collection since 1993, when I really dug in my heels and started collecting. It wasn't a collection then. It just kind of, I liked the robots. It didn't occur to me when I was 11 that it was a collection. Like, it didn't register up here. I was just collecting the toys because they were neat. They were awesome. Whatever. But, you know, once I started collecting properly, I did it in major. You know, Bionicle, Super Sentai, Power Rangers. Well, I didn't collect Super Sentai until 2004, 2005, thereabouts. Exo Force, Lego. I think I said that already. I must be on a Lego binge. Transformers. I completed Transformers behind me back there. That's all my animated stuff, by the way, right back there. Hi, guys! But, so this is a big one. This is a big one. Okay, this is one that, like, didn't see this one coming. Or no, like, well, I didn't see this coming today. Like, I'd given up on the idea of getting this. Okay, this one just. I gotten several of its predecessors though. Oh, I didn't think this through. Ouch! God, my legs hurt. Oh, lots of walking today. Please extend. Here we go. So you saw this guy yesterday, okay? This, by the way, is all the Gundam I've got, okay? The only MSIA I ever got. I did a highlighter pen on it a number of years ago, so all the vents and panel lines on there have been filled in. Here's the Arch Enemy Wing Zero Custom. The whole thing's made out of PVC, so it's kind of inflexible. It's kind of tricky to work with. The wrist joints are worryingly tiny, but it does have a little machine cannons open up, and the wings, obviously the joints in here get worn out after time. Like, I actually had it posed. It was actually sitting rather precariously, not here originally, but it was sitting rather precariously right on the edge of this thing. The wings are spread out to both sides. The legs are kicked forward, and the twin Buster rifles are pointed this way. So, but after a while the wings started sagging, so, okay, I'll let them stand up. Deluxe Transforming Shining Gundam. I almost said Shining Megazord, which is totally wrong. They need to make a Shining Megazord. What would that look like? Shining Gundam. I want to say they removed the electronics. Like, there used to be electronics in the chest here, something like that. I originally had a, what's it called? A Deluxe Transforming Wing Megazord. That thing was awful. It had, all the posable joints were terrible. When you got it into bird mode, the legs at the hips were pathetic. They immediately dropped. The knees were not that great. The shoulder armor, supposedly the shoulder armor could ratchet, but either Bandai America did something really shitty to it, or the design just wasn't that good, and the shoulders were just constantly drooping. And the only thing really good on it were the things that you built. The wings, the Buster rifle, the shield. Those are kind of only the good things about it. And that just wasn't... Oh, and they also removed the electronics. The chest crystal sensor thing would glow when you pressed a button somewhere on there. I don't remember where. I sold it years ago. So I was like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Wing Gundam. I liked it in SDGO. I miss SDGO. Shining Gundam. I also had the Dragon Gundam. You want to talk about suck? I had the Deluxe Transforming Dragon Gundam for 3 days, and then I returned it. Oh, what'd you do? Did you break it? Was it dead on arrival? It sucked. It sucked. Like, I had that for weeks. I had the Dragon Gundam for 3 days. I didn't even build the core fighter. The core... Is that right? Core fighter? Core speeder? What was that thing called? Core lander. That's what it was. So I didn't even go that far. You put the extendable arms on it and it just suck. It just sucked. Like they didn't fit on properly. The extendable arm parts didn't fit properly. The dragon fangs wouldn't extend or wouldn't accordion up around the hands properly. The legs were just flailing about all over the place. It could barely stand up, so I returned it after 3 days. Do I regret it? Well, I do kind of, because Dragon Gundam is beast mode. It's even in the name. Dragon Beast Mode Gundam. So yeah, I like, would I get it again? Probably not. I've got the 1/100 no grade Dragon Gundam from, back when G Gundam was still on the air. Or when it came to the U.S., I should say. So, that's as close as I'll get to it again. GP01 full burner. That was the first one I got, I want to say. That thing was freaking amazing. Now, keep in mind, this, and this, these are all called the Deluxe Transforming mobile suits in their respective line. You can open up the canopy, and you can see the core fighter on the inside. You can split the leg armor in half, and you can see mechanical details on the inside. You build the shield, you build the gun. The shoulders, I don't know. I know there are little rocket engines on the side here, but basically you open these panels, and it exposes the little engines on there. I should really change the focus level on here. So that's awesome. And yes, you absolutely can remove the core fighter in there, which is awesome, by the way, just to let you know. GP02A, I got him long after I got this one, so this is legit right here. And all these engines in here are the two engines in here, well, except for this one. Nope, correction, that one is as well. You holy shit, Ava. Anyways, unfortunately, the shoulders cannot be posed. The shoulders are fixed in this position. There's a ball joint in here, but that's about as far as it goes. And that's because the weight of these things. Here it is, another mobile suit where the primary engines are attached to the shoulders and not to the backpack. Explain that one to me. Toggies 3 had it, or Toggies 1, Toggies 2, Toggies 3 had that same issue. Explain that one to me, please. Anyways, yeah, there it is. And you can also remove the, you can actually remove the knee armor. You can remove, there are 4 pieces on the legs. You can, I don't know if I can do it from here, but you can see you can actually lift up on this. There's nothing really under there, it's just some kind of stuff. And then there's the shield right there. And you can store the bazooka in there. And the bazooka is actually directly attached. I don't know how well you can see that. It actually is directly attached to the backpack as well. So, yeah, good times right there. What's really awesome is you pull a little button on the top here, and the whole thing accordions down. It's all synchronized motion. So, like, this folds, this folds up, and this folds up, and the whole wing section folds. It all folds down in one glorious orchestration. So that's pretty much all the Gundam I've had for quite a while now. Big grow, 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 big grow. That's it. So yeah, that's all the Gundam I've got. And then SDGO came along and changed my life for 3.5 years. Ruined me to a big degree, I must say. But as I've mentioned previously in the walk-in closet that is not walk-inable anymore, that I actually have several model kits, several Gunpla. So, and that includes SDs as well. None of which have been built, by the way. Not quite sure what's wrong with me, but well, like I said, I want to build them, but I want to paint them so they at least look something like they do on the box or the instructions. I would like that. So. But anyways, wow, I'm taking a really long time at this. You might want to get to your point, Ava. Yeah, I know. Shame on me. It's late. But anyways, deluxe transforming Gundams. I keep wanting to say deluxe transforming Megazords. Probably because deluxe and transforming kind of go hand in hand, you know. But anyways, there was one of those deluxe transformings that I wanted to get, and I saw it in the store, and like, yes, I want it. And it was the Airmaster Burst. Except the Airmaster Burst never came over to the U.S. In fact, it was only available in Bandai Asia, I think, something like that. But yeah, by the way, there is a deluxe transforming Airmaster Burst. I want to say it was their first one. I want a deluxe transforming Exia. Or maybe an Impulse Gundam. Impulse Gundam would be hard to do. Like maybe you could take off, like the feature is that you can. I mean, you've already got the core splendor, the core top, and the core bottom, or what's top fighter, bottom fighter, whatever it is. Like chest flyer and leg flyer. So like maybe the panels that make up the chest and the shoulders, like maybe you could swap them out. There'd be a red version, there'd be a green version, then there's a blue version. So that way, when you put the backpacks on, it's just all done for you. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind an Impulse gun. I kind of prefer Impulse over Strike. Boy, I'm really a Shinosuka fan, aren't I? Anyways, Exia. This one, I saw it in the store, and I wanted it, but I just couldn't build up the money in time to get it. What was I doing in 2002? It was Power Rangers, so it would have been Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue? No. Wild Force, right? Yeah, it was Power Rangers Wild Force. Well, that can't be right because I didn't collect any of them in 2002. I can't remember what I was doing. Oh, it was Bionicle. I was collecting Bionicle at the time because they come out in 2001 thereabouts. So anyways, I missed the chance to get this guy. Oh my god, I cannot tell you how much regrets I had. Up to this point, it's considered a holy grail. For me, it's considered a holy grail of Gunpla. The reason I go for those giant deluxe transforming ones is because I don't have to build them and I don't have to paint them. And they're fully articulated. They'll actually survive a fall of a couple of feet onto carpet, as opposed to model kits where they all over the place. They need to make more toys of Gunpla. And I found a new store today, which, holy shit, folks, it was like going to the toy section of a Walmart, and it's nothing but vintage and original toys from the 80s onwards. You had My Little Pony, you had G.I. Joe, you had Transformers Generation 1, Beast Wars Generation 2, I didn't see Leo Convoy. What was the one? I think it was the Dragon Megatron, or was that Gigatron? I don't know what he's called in Neo Beast Wars. But anyways, they had that guy there. There was a 1/1 scale Gal Red, Wild Force Red Ranger. Red Wild Force Ranger. There was a 1/1 scale. He's just standing there. Gow. So, they had that there. There was a 1/1 scale Han Solo frozen in carbonite. Did I really need to do that? Not necessarily, no. There was... What was the name of the aircraft carrier that G.I. Joe had? They had that in box. They had... they actually had a bunch of Lego sets, too, from, the last thing. I found out there was an Exo Force. There was an Exo Force Lego set that I was totally not aware of. I collected Exo Force the first 2 years. Actually, I collected it for all 3 years. Not every single set, but I did collect it. And it turns out there's one I missed because it was a special edition. It's basically a 6-legged spider thing with a pair of cannons, and then the cockpit is actually a mini-mech that can hop off, and then the two things operate independently. I'm like, oh my god, why did I not find out about this? Because I had Striking Venom. Striking Venom's awesome. If you guys can ever get a Striking Venom, do. They had Transformers, they had Doctor Who, they had Star Trek, they had Star Wars, they had an AT-AT standing this tall from the 80s. Yeah, from the early 80s. They had one of those, just one. They had Star Trek, they had, you name it, they had it. My jaw, and it's the size. This is the kind of thing that we of the Japanese mecha genre, we dream about this, and I found it. And it's located in Everett, Washington, and it's called, where's my wallet? Where is my wallet? It is called, and this is not a joke, Boba Khan. See? There's Boba Khan, right there. Buy, sell, trade. They've got. I think they're on. I think they said they're on Facebook. I'm not certain. Now I'm extremely hesitant to give this away because if anybody out there finds out about this store, they might very well snatch away the things, such as the thing supposed to have shown you a half hour ago, editing. I'm terrified of showing this to you guys because basically you're going to go in there and take all the things that I want to get, and they even had some Gunpla in there as well. Yeah, Boba Khan. Holy shit. So imagine my surprise when I walked in there. Not only did I find this place, and I will absolutely go there, buy, sell, trade. I think I've got a couple of things I can still get rid of, so I'm good there. Or maybe I could put them on eBay. I tried to do the eBay, or I haven't done eBay. Like I tried to do the selling thing. Maybe some of you remember. Some of you actually benefited from it. But anyways, selling these things, selling them online is a pain in the ass. So I might just sell it to them instead. Who knows? Some lucky little nerd might get lucky. Well, not that way. Not that way. They had a human scale turbo ram cannon. Like the kid-sized one, you can take it apart and hold the individual weapons. They had one of those. They had a deluxe Time Force Megazord and a deluxe Shadow Force Megazord. Shadow Force? Time Shadow. I'm sorry, Time Shadow Megazord. I'm seriously considering picking those up because people have asked me why I haven't reviewed the Time Force Megazord and the Time Shadow Megazord. Well, it's primarily because they both have broken joints on them. It's like the hip joint or the hip connector. Those gray hip connector joints on the Time Shadow, those are broken, or one of them is, so it won't fit together properly anymore. Time Shadow's cool. I don't like the monoleg, but Time Shadow's cool. And then the Time Force Megazord, I think it's both one of the hip joints and one of the shoulder joints. The interior mechanism cracked and fell out, and I don't have the parts to replace it. So basically the arm and the leg just hang there, limp. So that's why I haven't reviewed it. It's because the things actually can't stand up. Time Shadow can, but Time Force Megazord can't. So I'm thinking about those. They're like $80 each or something like that. $80. Oh shit. Well, they're out of the box and they're very much secondhand. And they're very much in demand. It took me many years to warm up to this particular mecha design. Like, I originally saw it and I'm like, giant robot. And the more I thought about it, I was like, don't like it. I like other robots more. And then I was like, oh my god, what's wrong with you? This thing is absolutely amazing. And then I found out about the Deluxe Transforming series, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to have one. But I'm busy buying Bionicle. Busy buying Bionicle. Say that 5 times fast. So imagine my surprise, 13 years later, and there it is. I didn't know what to say. I just, first of all, this store is amazing, and then they have it. I can't believe it. I haven't seen one of these in store since 2002. It's been 13 years. You know what's really crazy about this? Not only did I get it after 13 years of... And Clan Okami on SDGO, you guys know I talked about this quite a lot. Not only did I get this thing, here's the insane part, which in a way explains the high price I had to pay for it. Ordinarily you'd expect, okay, it's double the price as it gets older, because vintage and no. There are two things that made this as expensive as it was. One, and this one, mint in sealed box. Let me say that again. Mint in sealed box. The tape is intact. It was not re-taped either. Mint in sealed box. The air in here is still fresh from 2002. And the other thing, unless I miss my guess, and if any of you ever got this toy, in U.S. stores specifically, if you ever got it, please tell me if this is true or not. Unless I miss my guess, there's a lot of English in here, but I'm pretty doggone sure that the text at the bottom here is nothing but Japanese. So not only is this mint in sealed box, but this is mint in sealed Japanese box. This is the original Japanese release. There's a little bit of Japanese sitting on the bottom here. Of course, I can't read any of it. But oh my God, it's the original Japanese release. Unless I miss my guess. So, mint in sealed box, original Japanese release, not an import. I don't think it was like somebody bought it and then imported it through shipping and handling, but non-import in terms of you found it in the U.S. That explains why it was as expensive as it was. So I'm too tired to open it right now, but I just want to. I got it finally. I finally fucking got it. And yes, absolutely, it completely overshadows everything else I've got. I wonder if it'll fit on this. You know, it's strange. These are toys. Pre-assembled, pre-built, pre-painted, everything. Well, not everything. You actually get to build. You get to build the weapons. You get to build the shotgun, you get to build the shield, you get to build the backpack, you get to build the funnels. You actually get to build those parts. Each and every, with the exception, no, even the Shining Gundam, you had to build the core lander. You had to cut it off the spruce tree, and you had to put it together. So, like, aside from that, which makes it a little bit of model Gunpla thing, you know, fair enough. It's kind of made of this weird soft PVC. Well, I'm not sure that's PVC because down here it says PET, PET, and right under it says PE. So those are different materials than what I'm used to. The Geki Toja, for example, is PVC and ABS. Those are usually the materials they deal with. So what PET and PE are, I don't know what they are. I'll be honest, like, I just want to get my initial out of the way here. I'm actually really tired. My legs are killing me from kneeling like this, but I got it. I can't believe I got it, and I'm grinning like a fucking idiot right now. Granted, not as big a fucking idiot grin as when I walked out of the theater when I saw Pacific Rim the first time, but still, fucking idiot. That's amazing. I can't wait to crack this open. And no, my legs are protesting mightily. I think I've been doing this for, 35, 40 minutes at this point, and you guys are drooling a bit too much. So, technically not an unboxing, more of showing off what I got and giving away my secret weapon. There it is. So with this unboxing, this is AV Unit 4A saying, oh, and I also got myself a desktop fan. Thanks for tuning in.